Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back and I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you're also back, welcome back to the I'm Back crew. How's it going? I also heard that I need to give props to the first comment crew, okay? So welcome back to the first commenters and the I'm Back crew. I hope you guys are all doing well, but if you're new and maybe you like what you see, please consider subscribing. We have tons of fun here on this channel talking about makeup and all things beauty. And today we are back to my roots. I'm doing a get ready with me video. I haven't done one in a while. And I figured I'm gonna get ready to go over to my aunt's house for Christmas. We'll get into all that. We're going over there for Christmas to celebrate with her. And I'm putting on like a really quick face, like nothing crazy at all. So I figured I would just chat to you guys, catch up, like let you know what's going on as far as like the Christmas holiday and stuff. Just chat, you know, something to keep you company while you may be getting ready, or you may be doing chores or running errands. Who knows? You may be on the treadmill. Either way, it's a quick get ready with me. We're gonna chat and just have some girl time. So if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so as usual, we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. And I'm going to go in with some moisturizer real quick. And I'm going to do a full face because I'm not doing like a ton of makeup. So you're going to walk with me through all the steps of my makeup application today. So, moisturizer. How are you guys doing? So it is Christmas Day. I am headed over to my aunt's house. I know Christmas and the holiday season can be difficult for some people. So hopefully you guys are all doing well in whatever capacity you choose to celebrate the holiday. Maybe for you, it's just another Monday. Either way, I'm hoping that you're having a great day and you're processing it as best as you can if it is a difficult time for you. Sending you lots of love and hugs. So I am headed over, like I said, to my aunt's house. I finished up the cooking that I had to do. So my aunt is doing the hosting. She is the matriarch of the family. She's the oldest one now. My mom's the baby, by the way. There were 14 kids, 10 surviving, and is it 10 still surviving? Had my mom, my aunt Maureen, which that's the matriarch, Auntie Rosie, Auntie Bonnie, and Auntie Seda. That's 5, right? And then I have Uncle Rock, Uncle Carl, Uncle Sydney, Uncle Dennis. Is there another uncle? No. Not. Yeah, because Charles. No, not Charles. The other uncle died, so Uncle George died. So it was 10 kids that survived. There were 4 more. I can't calculate, child. All I know there were 10, right? Because there's no other. What other uncle? Am I missing an uncle? Am I missing an uncle? I can't even calculate my uncles. Wait. Uncle Rock, Uncle Dennis, Uncle Carl, Poppers. Is there another uncle? No, right? Then that make 9. All that work. Wait. Auntie Marine, my mommy, Auntie Rosie, Auntie Bonnie, Auntie Seda. So that's 5, right? Girl, I can't add, subtract, nor divide is what's going on with the big master's engineering degree. You can't imagine the amount of math I did and yet can't still calculate. Anyway. Why was I saying that? Anyway. Right, so my oldest uncle died, but my aunt is the oldest of the 10 kids, right? There are a couple more that were older that passed away in infancy and young childhood. Anyway, she's the matriarch, so she's the oldest in the family. And health-wise, she is, you know, not 100% right now. She's in her 80s. And she's had like some heart problems. She's stressed. And she has a lot of aches and pains. So she's getting up there, child. And she broke my heart. So I went there. She lives in Florida now. She moved from New York as well. My mom, my uncle, and that aunt moved from Florida in the last couple of years. So she moved, and you know, the weather and everything, because New York is cold, child, and with her aches and pains, it was always the plan to move to Florida to be in the warmer climate anyway, right? But she's just been in a lot of pain, arthritis and whatever else, like nerve pain, her legs, her joints, like everything. She had chikungunya. Y'all, what the hell is that disease? First of all, she was in Jamaica, got chikungunya, which is a disease that's spread by mosquitoes, kind of like cholera or dengue fever, right? Y'all, just like Zika. Remember Zika? When Zika was a whole thing? So Zika was after chikungunya. So chikungunya kind of took Jamaica by storm, literally. Took over. A lot of people got it, and apparently it causes pain, right? So there are a lot of issues with her joints and stuff now since then, and she's just older, right? So she have all kind of pain, child. So she can't manage on her own to cook as much anymore. And when I went over there for my nieces, well, it's not really my niece, it's my cousin's daughter, but I'm her godmother, and in our family, if you're a child of a cousin, you're still my niece, you know, or nephew. That's just how we roll. You're gonna call me aunt, because I'll be damned if you're calling me by my first name. No. And my niece was doing that. The little goddaughter one, who's my cousin's daughter. So he calls me, obviously, by my first name. He's gonna call me Tina, right? So she knows. She's like, how old is she? 6? Yeah, she just turned 6. So she's gonna be like coming up to me, Tina, and I'm like looking around. She's like, Tina, and she touched I'm like, oh, I'm Auntie Tina. Who are you talking to? She's like, oh, Auntie Tina. I'm like, yeah, I'm Auntie Tina, right? And you're Zuri, and I'm Auntie Tina, right? I'm not Tina for you. I'm Auntie Tina, right? So every time she slips up and she starts to call me Tina, and I don't respond, then she switches to Auntie Tina. I'm like, I don't know. I don't mind when you're older if you want to call me by my first name, but in our family, it's Auntie. I still call my auntie and uncle Auntie and uncle. I don't call them by their first name. You're crazy? That's like calling my mom by her first name, which I do. You know, you're talking to your siblings, and you're like, can you imagine what your mother do? It's never your mother, right? It's never our mother. It's your mother. So it's like that. My brother, who is 40 enough, has kids of his own. Old ass kids too, because my nephew's in his 20s. We still call her mommy. So it's just a thing. I don't know if it's necessarily just a West Indian thing, but it's a part of our culture. You respect your elders, and that's what it is. I'm not into the soft parenting. Sorry. I mean, I am. I'm not going to be slapping kids around, but you're going to have to learn some respect. I understand autonomy and all that. Yeah. But guess what? I want to be addressed as Auntie Tina. I have my boundaries. I don't respond to anyone 5 years old calling me by my first name. Who are you? What's your birth? Anyway, So we went over there for her birthday party, right? And my aunt, oh my God. So imagine this little old Indian woman, right? She's like Indian, but is really Jamaican, but you understand. She's Indian because that side of the family is fully Indian by race, technically. Don't tell my mom that though, because she'll tell you she's black. I laugh about this all the time because I've said this before. I never had to identify as biracial or multiracial until I came to this country. In Jamaica, I was just Jamaican. Yeah, they would call me Coolie and thing because I'm half Indian, half black, right? So the mix is there. I'm black and brown, so I'm still black, you know? But my mom, she again didn't really identify as being Indian because again, it's not a thing in Jamaica. You're just Jamaican. If anything, you're light skin and dark skin. That's it. The colorism is still there. That exists. And classism still exists. But as far as the racism goes, not so much. It's really about your status in society and like your skin tone. It's never like, it's a big thing to be a brownie in Jamaica. That's being light skin. That's like a big thing. But anybody can be a brownie as long as you're light skinned. So I would be a brownie. A white person would be a brownie, and we have white Jamaicans, right? And then you have Asians, because we have a huge Chinese population. I don't know so much Japanese, but we have a huge Chinese population. We have a lot of Germans, because there's even like Germantown in Jamaica, and Irish. So there's like Irish town as well. So Jamaica is very diverse. It's majority black though. So it was great growing up in a country where black was the majority, you know, and we were, any other race was the minority, and, you know, money kind of led the way, kind of the way it does in any society, which is a sad thing. But anyway, so, what me that's now? So this little old Indian woman, and she's kind of hunched over now because you know them old and stuff, and they got bad posture. My family, oh my god, my mom, she has a little hunchback, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna end up like that because I have bad posture and my brother has bad posture. Oh, we stand up real bad. If you see me stand up, you'll be like, Lord God, oh, she stand up so bad. I stand up and I brace. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so it's little, she's short too, right? Because I'm pretty tall. In my family, I'm 5'8" and I'm pretty tall. She hits me right like boob height, maybe if I'm lucky. And it's so awkward hugging these people during the holiday. Whenever I see them, it's so awkward to hug them. I'm using my Merit, so I use my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer under my brow, right, just to act as the little crisp outline under my brow. And now I'm going in with my Merit, what is this called? The Solo Shadow in the shade Vachetta. That is a beautiful base color for my eyelids. I'm not really doing anything crazy on the lids. Like I said, I'm not doing like crazy makeup today. What time is it? I have a half hour. So, yeah, this little old bent over Indian woman, right, with her silver hair and her pitiful voice and her pitiful face is gonna look at me, and she says, you know, I miss you guys, right? I mean, we just saw you, auntie. What you mean? Like, we had just seen them in the summertime. Like, they were over here a few times for the summer. So it's not like I haven't been seeing her, right? But she gives me the little pitiful face, and she's like, you know, I miss you guys, right? And I'm like, okay, I miss you too, auntie. I'm going in with my Makeup Forever. Who remembers this M650 cookie? Yeah, so I was cleaning out my collection yesterday. I did 2 declutter videos. They're over an hour long each, like an hour and a half. So you're gonna have some declutter content, probably already posted. If not, it's coming up. But, woo, child. So I was digging through my essentials section of my collection, which is my desk in front of me. And then I have some drawers on a shelving system right next to me. So these are the products that I reach into the most. And I pulled out my M650 cookie, and I'm like, ooh, who remembers this? So she's like, oh, I miss you guys. And I'm like, yeah, okay. She's like, you guys need to come and visit me more, you know? Tell me now. Tell me, how would that make you feel? Because I was ready to cry. I was like, auntie! Heart-shaped cookie from Sugar Pill. I'm like, why would you break my little heart like this? Like, I didn't just see you this summer. But, I mean, anytime elders start speaking like that, I get like, oh my God, what's going on? Because, you know, they know when they're getting older that they may not have, knock on wood, please, knock on wood. Knock on wood, they don't have the longest time left. And it's just the reality of life. We don't know how long she has left, especially since she has this heart problem, right? So I'm using heart-shaped cookie on the inner tear duct just to brighten and lift the eye. All right, on the outer V, we're just gonna do something light, all right? So she says this to me, you guys need to visit me more. And I'm like, oh my God, Oh my God. So for Thanksgiving, we had Thanksgiving by my brother's house, and she came, her side of the family came, right? Cool, cool, cool. And we try to do that with the nearby family, my aunt, my cousins. We try to have those holidays and birthday parties and all that kind of stuff. Even just random Saturdays or Sundays that we feel like cooking, right? So my brother has a large family, so we tend to just go by him. And he has a larger house too, larger space. So we went over there. She was there, you know? And so I said to my mom, I'm like, Mommy, you know what we need to do? We need to go over to Auntie Marine for Christmas, because she said something to me that broke my whole heart, broke my spirit. I didn't know what to do. Like, I was so hurt. I need like a little bit of a darker brown. Hold up. Let me grab my Patrick Ta palette because it has all the browns. And I'm just picking up a little bit of the darker brown. Not doing too much. Just giving a little bit of shape to my eye. And keeping it low. I'm not going too far up in the crease. But yeah, I said, you know what we should do? Because we've only been over to my aunt's house, I think like twice so far, or maybe 3 times. But we don't go over there much because she is about 45 minutes from here. But, you know, she's been here a few times. I'm like, you know what would be nice? For us to celebrate Christmas with my aunt. You know, make her feel nice. She's in her new house. Let her feel, you know, like she's a part of the situation still, because she used to host Christmas and Thanksgiving at her house in New York because she had, you know, decent amount of space then, and her house was kind of one of the go-to houses. So we did a lot of celebrations at her house. So I'm like, let's do Christmas by her so she feel nice, right? Even though my mom is bitching and moaning, she's like, oh, I can't believe on Christmas, man, I forgot to drive, 45 minutes for like a food. I'm like, it's your sister. It's your sister. Don't you want her to feel good for the holidays? Like, I reprimand my mom a lot. Isn't it funny when you become kind of the parent to your parent? Because I got to tell her, I'm like, Mommy, come on now. She was joking. She wasn't being really serious, you know, but kind of serious at the same time. So I can't believe, Mr. Mommy, you don't know how long we have left with Auntie Marine. Knock on wood again. Lord, please don't let nothing happen to my auntie. Lord of mercy. I don't know what I will do. Oh my God, because that would be a very terrible death for me. The last person we lost that was really like a close family member is my little baby cousin. That I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about it, you know. But she passed away, and it was just like one of the great grandkids died. Like, what? Like, what is happening? It was a terrible, terrible accident. She went over, if you know Jamaica, then you know Flatbridge. She went over Flatbridge. You know what I'm gonna use? Some of my pomegranate. No, I don't want to use. Is it? Let me see what ingredients are in this. No, I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use some of my Pore BHA smoothing drops from Glow Recipe, the strawberry one. She went over a Flatbridge in a car accident and drowned. Terrible death. Terrible death. But like, that one broke my heart. Like, you know, it broke my heart. But I haven't seen her, or hadn't seen her in a few years, but I knew her as a baby. Like, I was changing her diapers, giving her baths and stuff. So I felt the connection to her, and to lose her in such a terrible way, it was awful. And that was the last death that we experienced since my grandmother, right? So I don't even want to think about what will happen with my aunt, because I see my aunt so often. It will be devastating. So knock on wood some more, please. Somebody over there be knocking on the wood, because I can't. I don't even know why I brought it up. But the point is, I told my mom, like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know how long. Because it's not just that, like, you don't know how long. Because my grandmother was in a wheelchair for the last few years of her life. She was bedridden because she had broken her hip, right? Did she do a hip replacement too? She did a knee replacement, I know that much. She had broken her hip. she had broken her ankle and had to have rods put in because her bones were so brittle. So it's like you don't know how much time she has left to not just be here, but to be around and be mobile and, like, you know, have like a fully active situation. So let's go spend the holiday with her so she doesn't have to drive. She gets to be in her own house because my mom has had so many celebrations at her house, you know? So she's had the experience of having family there. And she has the bigger ooh, look at my lashes. I was gonna put on lashes, but I don't need to now. Like, look at that. But my mom has had that. So I'm like, Mommy, you don't need to host. You don't need to host Christmas. Stop it, right? And we also had like a mini Christmas last weekend before my brother left. So my brother and his family, which is the biggest chunk of our family, you know, our little direct family here, they went to Connecticut for Christmas. So, like, we're not even the big side of the family anymore. So it's not like a big tribe of us going. It's just me and my mom and her husband, right? So it's like, it's not a big deal for us to go there and spend it with her. So that's what I'm doing. Long story, very long. We're going over to my aunt's house. So I already finished up the cooking. We didn't do any of the heavy cooking this time. I just did fried rice. My mom did roast beef. I did potato salad. My mom did mac and cheese. I don't know how that mac and cheese is gonna taste, but Jamaicans notoriously can't make mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is not like a staple side for us, not like in America. Especially with black families, mac and cheese is not like a big thing, but we've done it. It doesn't taste that great. Like, it's literally, they use the box mac and cheese. We're talking about Kraft mac and cheese. And then put cheddar in it. Me no. When I make mac and cheese, I'm making the roux, right? I'm doing the whole situation. I'm mixing the cream sauce, the cheese sauce. Like, I'm doing different cheeses. I'm doing Gruyere and cheddar, different aged cheddar at that. And I'm doing Havarti. Like, I'm like, yeah, a little Parmesan, a little cream cheese. I'm doing like all kinds of mixing and creating a creamy, cheesy mac and cheese. I'm still putting on mascara. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let me stop. So, my mom says she made the mac and cheese, and I'm like, oh, okay, do that. But I don't have high hopes and high expectations. So, potato salad, mac and cheese, roast beef, fried rice. So I make a shrimp and chicken fried rice. So that's what we did. And what else? I made banana bread and cornbread. They love my cornbread, which coincidentally, I kind of stole from my aunt. She didn't really give me a recipe, but one year she had made cornbread, and she put, they make cornbread also from the Jiffy box and add their things to it, which is fine. I don't think that's bad. To me, if you're going to make like certain things, like stuffing, make it from the stuffing mix, but then add your own ingredients. Cornbread, make it from the mix, but add your own things. These don't, you know, negate you cooking or baking. Anyway, she told me that she put corn in her cornbread, like actual corn. And I was like, ah. So I started doing that too. So I blend out the corn. So I do the food processor. I don't use cream canned corn or anything. I use like fresh corn and without the salt added, right? Because you don't, just frozen corn. It doesn't have to be like fresh. I don't mean fresh like that from scratch. Like, relax, everybody calm down. But like frozen corn, I'll grind it up. So you heat it up so it's nice and moist, and then you do the puree, kind of, not fully puree, but a decent enough puree so it will be like a cream corn. And I put that in my not my mac and cheese, my cornbread. But I learned that, hold on, had to search for my primer. Yeah, I learned that little trick. That is not the primer, this is the actual foundation. What a primer there. Lord, them teeth, my primer, murder police. Let me look for it again, because I picked up the foundation. Where's the primer? Okay, found it. Whoo, child. So this is the Estee Lauder, the Mattifier Primer. I use nothing else. I have other primers that I love, like the Gucci, but I've been just using this nonstop because it really does mattify well, and it helps with longevity of my makeup. So I puree the corn. I add the melted butter, but it's like sweet cream butter, and you have the honey and the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the vanilla, you know, the things, right? So I make that cornbread, and now I'm the one that makes the cornbread. They love my cornbread. But it's just an improved recipe from my aunt. So I'm happy that they like my cooking. I've been asked to cook a lot, which isn't that flattering, especially from my mom, who used to tell me that she not eat from me. She said she would never eat from me. Parents are so terrible. And now she's doing the same thing to my niece. And my niece is actually spending the holidays with my mom. The rest of her family gone out to Connecticut, but she doesn't have a passport or even a state ID or driver's license. I know, right? Terrible, terrible, but listen, I feel like she did that deliberately. One, she's lazy. She doesn't want to do the work. She's 20. Like, no one's going to hold your hand anymore. Like, you should be able to go and apply for this passport and for your driver's license and all that. And I sent her the direct link on how to apply for all this stuff. So it's not like she doesn't know what she needs to do. And I told her the list of identification that she needs to get her driver's license. She doesn't want to drive. So I'm like, all right, but at least get your state ID. Here's what you need. We spoke about it on the phone, so she knows what she needs to do. She just doesn't want to do it. Even the passport. We went to the Bahamas, and she didn't come because she doesn't have a passport. Like, who gives up a trip to the Bahamas because you didn't want to apply for your passport? And my brother told her, he's like, he'll pay for the expedited passport. They already had like the itinerary, so it wasn't like an issue for her to go in and get the passport done. And you know, you can get a passport within 2 weeks. You can even get it done like next day or same day, because I've done the same day thing. Girl, I have to tell you that story. Did I tell you guys that story before? Anyway, I'm not telling you all that now. But she didn't even go and do the passport. And I'm like, one, she's lazy. She doesn't care. But I think there's more to it too. I feel like she's a homebody and she doesn't want to travel. And she's using it as an excuse. Oh, I don't have an ID, so I can't travel. But I really don't want to go anywhere with you guys. That's what I'm getting. Oh my God, can you imagine? She's like, nah, I don't want to go anywhere. Leave me alone. So she'd rather stay home, stay in her room. Like, she literally just stays to herself and talks to her friends all day. And that's just how she is. She's a different beast, yo. But I feel like she just doesn't want to travel. She doesn't want to be around the crowd, because my brother and his family went to my sister-in-law's family, right? So they're staying with her sister, and they're just a lot of people and a lot going on, and they're very loud. I thought my family was loud, but girl, them loud bad. So it's like, it's a lot going on. So maybe she's like, I just don't want to be around you. And I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I understand, because I don't want to be around y'all most of the time anyway. And I have the choice because I'm an adult, so I can be like, yo, I don't want to be there. So she is reclaiming her time. Okay? She is electing not to be bothered with all of us, and she just said, no, I'm not going nowhere. And the easiest way out is to say I don't have travel documents. I don't have a license. I don't have a state ID. I don't have a passport. I can't go nowhere. And I'm just like, ah! Plus, she kind of has to babysit the younger kids, especially my niece, because my niece is like attached to her, and she does a lot for my niece. So she doesn't want to be bothered with the parenting. So she's like, forget that. I'm not going nowhere. And I can't fault her. I really can't fault her, right? Listen, parentification, your parents work a lot, you're older, and it just happens. And you know what? as wrong as people might see it, it's just a part of being an older sibling. You end up helping with the younger ones because your parents, and she feels like she owes it to them to help out, and nothing's wrong with that. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. Should she take the full responsibility? No, and she doesn't, but she helps out, and that's fine. Like, people want to argue, oh, it's parentification. It's like, everybody calm down. Help out. You're in a family, help out. It's fine. So maybe she doesn't want to be bothered with that either. So I'm with her. But all that to say, again, long story long, my mom is giving her a hard time about how messy she is. And it's true. It's true. She is very messy. Her room, a disaster. Like, I don't even think I was that messy. Like, wow. Very untidy, like, mess. And her bathroom that's attached to her room, so they have like 3 bathrooms at my brother's house. You know, in the main or primary bedroom, that's their bedroom, there's their bathroom, right? Then you have a bathroom for my niece, and then a bathroom for my nephew and my mother-in-law, right? Well, my brother's mother-in-law, not my mother-in-law, right? And so that bathroom is her responsibility. It's for her and her little sister. And she's supposed to clean it. It's your bathroom. You clean it. It's your room. You clean it. Girl, the bathroom dirty, you see? Dirty. And my mom is a stickler. My mom is like, oh, you're so dirty. Oh, you're so untidy. She brought my niece over to the house. So she's staying with them, right, at their house. She said, no, we're going back over the house because she needs to tidy up her room. And I'm like, mommy, leave her alone. No, but kill her dead. Kill her dead. She's just complaining about my niece. I'm grabbing my blush. She's complaining about my niece being messy. And I said, mommy, leave her alone because you said the same thing about me growing up. Using my Kevyn Aucoin blush. I have not used this blush in so long, but it's such a pretty blush. It's something light, sunset. You know, the little ombre situation. So, I said, mommy, you said the same thing about me growing up. We had to all go through it. And I was telling my niece too, I'm like, don't worry about it. They said the same thing. My mom was like, she would never eat from me ever. She doesn't even want a glass of water for drink. And why are they like this? I was not that messy. But she said she don't want not even a glass of water. Now, she's like, oh, what you cooking for dinner? Bring some for me. You want me to cook this and that now? I'm like, there will come a time that it's the same way with you. So don't worry about it, girl. She's like, oh, I know. I'm like, you know how to stay, right? But I'm glad that my niece kind of knows that too. Not to take it to heart. We're Jamaicans. It's what you do. And it's like, it just is, okay? You're just going to have to deal with it. It's fine. And this aunt is the aunt that tell me, what a way you get fat. Missy, I swear to God. Jamaican grandparents are terrible. Just Jamaican. You know what? Aunts and uncles too. Because they'll say the same thing. What a way you put on weight. Hello, what you mean? What a way you get fat. And then now they're like, oh, you lose weight, but Lord, look on the belly. And it's true. I have like a little fupa. I don't appreciate it. Like, I have a little thing and I don't know how to lose it apart from liposuction. I don't think any ab workout is gonna work. It's just not. So I'm here contending with my little foops. I don't mind liposuction. I'll think about it. If it really bothers me enough. But it's fine. I don't, you know, it's not a big deal. It just looks a little weird in clothes because it sticks out. And it's so weird. It's like a little pooch. Like, what is that? And you've probably seen it in like videos. It just sticks out, right? I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. But yeah, they'll be like, Lord, watch this, watch your belly. And I'm just like, stop it. Y'all stop it. And listen, I am very secure with myself, which is a good thing. But I know what it is. Like, I see it. It's not like I'm oblivious to gaining weight and having a little extra here and an extra there. It's life. It's the human body. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are we really gonna do here? So if somebody mentions it, I don't feel like insecure about it. It's, yo, it is what it is. It doesn't change who I am as a person. It's fine. It's all good. I don't have an issue with it. But yeah, so them are the first one to tell us, "La, look how you stay." But I'm like, it's just a part of being in a Jamaican family, and you just deal. And thankfully my niece understands that too. So let me put a little bronzer in the earline. Look how the earline are thin out, girl. And I was looking back at like videos to see like how my hairline was before, and I'm like, no, the hairline kind of still looks similar. It's fine. It's just like right here I have gray hair, so it's lighter, not as like dark, so it's not necessarily a thinning hairline. It's just, you know, your face like a change. I just let it go. So yeah, so that's what's going on. How are you guys? What's going on with you? The face is pretty much done right now, which is good because I have to be out shortly. Lips, I'm just gonna do a lip balm, nothing crazy. And the thing, hold on, let me show you a little trick that you can do for your hairline, since you know my hairline wants to act up a little bit. You grab a little brush and you grab a dark brown or a black. I'm gonna mix between the dark brown and the black because my hair is kind of black. And then you just brush the powder at the earline, right? And then when you do that now, you go back with your hairbrush and just make sure you brush it out so it don't look so obvious. But a little ear powder, you see me I say? Make the ear look like it full out. It full out. And I love a good ponytail, so I'm never gonna give up the ponytail. But you can just fill it in a little, you know? And it's gonna look a little harsh now, which is why I'm telling you to go back with your hairbrush and just brush through. So it look nice, you know, miss? Hey? See it there? It full out now, you know, you can't. Looks a little harsh. Don't mind that. Go back in. And you can use like a toothbrush or whatever to do it, but just brush it. Brush it in, right? So with that being said, let me go ahead and figure out what I'm wearing, and I'll be right back to finish up the video. Alright guys, so I am back and woo! Child, I didn't expect all that cleavage, but I am back and we're done. So all I did was pop on some lip gloss, well, lip oil. It's like a lip oil, lip gloss hybrid. This is the Amicole treatment oil, and it's the original shade, so it doesn't have a shade name on it, but it's the brown one, right? And I put a little bit of lip liner on. This is the Rare Beauty. Let's see, what shade is this? Strong. So it's just a dark brown, just to outline my lips, and that's it, because we're gonna eat, right? Simple look, like I said, nothing crazy. Ponytail because I need to wash my hair, a little bit of jewelry, a little green situation for the festivities. You know how we do. So it's just a button down top, and I'm wearing black jeans with it. You know what I'm saying? And black will hide the little poochie. The little pooch I'm going, so nobody can be like, what's that way I get fat? Anyway, here's the look, the final look. So again, hopefully you guys just enjoyed catching up with me and you're having a good day with your family. It's after the holiday now, because obviously, but I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate. If you didn't, I still hope you had a fantastic day, a fantastic holiday. And I have upcoming videos, so I am going to film tomorrow because I'm off. So fingers crossed I'll get some content out. But other than that, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And I will leave, I guess I'm going to leave a full list of the products used in the video down below. You know what? No, I'm not doing that because I don't even remember what I used. Either way, I'm going to leave links to my Instagram and Twitter. How about that? Where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.